Hello everybody, this is pt.3 and welcome back to some more Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path, the Imprisoned Turnabout. In the previous episode we had cut things a little bit short due to some things in my personal life. It wasn't that important, it was dinner. But at the end of the last episode we were informed that other creatures could enter the workroom as well as inmates and prison guards. Each prisoner gets their own animal and has it throughout their sentence to learn how to take care of it, and these animals can go wherever they please. How this information will change things, we're gonna find out. Maybe. If you like what you see, leave a like down below, comment if you have anything to say, subscribe to me if you haven't already, and share with your friends so they can enjoy this air bubble for themselves. Harry Wolnick. The ones with the most freedom in this prison are the animals. So we got the door sensor data updated. But still, they can't go out of the prison. The prison's entrance does not have a sensor. Oh? What's that? Is that a bell? What's that? What's this? This dog has a bell in its collar. Was this the sound that we'd heard earlier? Oh, jeez. Mr. Edgeworth, why are you glaring at each other? Mustn't lose. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not good with dogs, are you, sir? I'll tame the dog myself. Here, boy. Here, boy. Ignore me, sir. Compared to the other animals, there's something different about this one. I'm sensing a great hostility towards me only. Well, now I've introduced you to the animals. What's next on the agenda? Of course, we question those related to the case, pal. Yes, we should gather information about the state of things when the body was discovered. We'll start with you in that cell. You tell us what you know. He's completely ignoring me, sir. You there, do you know anything about the incident? Ugh, he's scary. Don't be so cold. Come on, you can talk to us. Or how about an introductory hug? What was that? Sorry, was Uncle Ray's joke a little too much? Exercise time. This man is clearly odd. I need to get some answers from him. Your name is... Me? I'm prisoner number pt.3, J. Elbert. Gotta raise my metabolism. I can't let my muscles rest. Muscles aside, it looks like you've lost a lot of weight. Half the matches is won even before it's begun. Yeah, gotta make the weight limit. Are you entering some kind of tournament? Perhaps as a boxer. Yeah, I'm a former boxer, but exercise is just a hobby of mine. Well then, it sure looks like it's the bear's hobby too. He's hanging on like an apron, so cute. This is Rocky the polar bear. He's my partner. He's loosened his tongue. Maybe we can try asking him now. Where were you and Rocky at the time of the incident? I don't know anything. I got nothing to say to you. That's for me to decide. Now answer the question. Didn't I just tell you? I know nothing. Ugh. There's no intention of talking. In that case, you've got no choice but to use that. Yes, if he insists he has nothing to do with this, we'll just have to prove there's a connection. Mr. Elbert, by all means, you will tell us what you know. Time for some logic chess. Now let's analyze the situation. fighting stance. It seems that he's become agitated. In these circumstances, a direct confrontation would be pointless. When my opponent becomes agitated, I should calmly wait and see. When I see an opening, I will not hold back. Now let's question him about his knowledge of the incident. To start with, I'll ask about his movements today. I'll have to tire him out before the sound of the bell. Can you tell me what you have done today? Answer me! Huh? If you want to fight with me, get your fighting stance! What, are you throwing in the towel already? It's not a fist fight. Welcome to the war that is chess. By the way, hasn't all that moving around tired you out? Don't underestimate my stamina. You want to test me with that body of yours? I ain't tired at all. Well, first off, I held back in my training today. Stayed out quiet. I just stayed quietly in my cell. Quietly? Then what's with all that sweat? Buzz off! That's all I got to say. I'm getting a little tired. You're a well-trained boxer. However, you need more practice in the art of lying. Getting a little tired is not possible. You said you stayed quietly in your cell just a moment ago. Rocky, it looks like this is going to be a tough opponent. This man, it looks like he's still hiding something. Next, I'll ask him about the time of the incident. I do not need to use fists. My words alone are enough for a KO. Do you recall what you were doing at the time of the incident? Sleeping. Rocky was too. And the incident happened just a few moments ago. You look wide awake to me. Muscles strengthen while they're resting. Sleep is important. Well then, I'm sorry to have woken you. Rest is part of a training, right? So you get it after all. Not bad, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh? I don't recall ever introducing myself as a prosecutor. How did you know? That's... The conversation we had when we first entered this room. Were you by any chance eavesdropping on us? In that case, there's no way you could have been asleep. You lied to us. You got me there. You packed a nice punch. Yeah, I learned about sleeping. So what? I was just exercising in this room. You got a problem with that? Well, now I know he was awake. I should remember this clue. Did you notice anything during the incident? When the incident occurred, did you notice anything unusual about the prison? Huh? If you don't want to fight, get out of the ring. Ugh, I'm too passive. When he gets worked up, he enters his fighting stance. During those times, I should calmly wait and see, and strike when he drops his guard. Did you notice anything during the time of the incident? Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Rocky, you hearing this? I got no time for jibber jabber. Wanna eat a knuckle sandwich? Ugh, it was a wasted remark. Shit. Answer the question. What was the situation like at the time of the incident? Sorry, but I got no answers for you. I was asleep then. Rocky was too. Let's try using that clue. Stop telling such an obvious lie. Didn't you admit it earlier? You were exercising. Looks like I just ate a counter. Your back's against the ropes and there's no way out. Just confess already. Hey, quiet down a bit. The outsiders like you make a racket. You'll frighten the animals again. What do you mean by again? You've been persistent. However, I'm afraid you're about to hit the mat. You said again just now, did something happen earlier? To frighten the animals! Ah! Damn it! How could I have gotten sucker punched like that? Yeah. There was this great scream back then. It startled the animals. Dang, I would have never have lost in a real ring. Huh. Checkmate. Logic chess complete. I believe this proves that you do know something about the case. Damn, okay, I'll talk! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't lose focus, Kay. The real game has just begun. Hold it. Let's just stop for a moment. Uncle Ray's got one important thing to say. It must be fate that has brought us up together after all these years. I've received the opportunity to observe your skills carefully, and I'll be giving a detailed report to that person about how much you've grown. Who is that person? You didn't know? The truth is... Hold it! This doesn't concern Kay. She doesn't need to know. Whoa there, you scared me. Don't get so worked up. You can do what you like. It doesn't matter to me. How have you been leading your life ever since you were tainted by the Von Conway way? Sure, that person would be interested. I feel it would be my duty to report it to him. I'll expose your mistakes here. I won't let you disappoint him any further. Mr. Edgeworth, just what are you guys talking about? Don't concern yourself with it. The only opponent now is Elbert. Well then, let's hear it. What do you know about the case? You're gonna be sorry. About the incident. Recreation time ended around 10 a.m. I returned to his room and went straight to my training. Just as I counted 2, I heard a voice shout out, "Ah, I've been stabbed!" It sounded like someone in pain calling out for help. But I couldn't do anything, so I was locked up in my cell, so I went back to my training. That's odd. You really weren't bothered by that shout. Even if I was, there was nothing I could do. Look out for number 1 before you're looking for others. That's the basic rule in prison. Indeed. Even if you wanted to take a look, you'd be locked in a cell. Is all the training equipment yours? You seem to have quite a collection. I get them from the supplier. Supplier? I can get just about anything you put in an order. It's our secret shop. It's quite convenient. So, if Uncle Ray wanted a cute girl... In that case, you should order a book on how to give testimony. Because I'm going to knock you down for the count in 1 hit. You're gonna KO me. Stop kidding around. Hey, don't ignore your Uncle Ray. Woo, I'm getting dizzy. Alright, hold on just a minute. Okay, not bad. Oh. I'll just do a little bit of a save state here. Check my evidence again. Crime scene notes. Butchered wound in the... Returned to this room and went straight to my training. Just as I counted 2, I heard a voice saying, "I've been stabbed." Well, I'm sorry, but that doesn't seem to be the correct answer now, does it? Objection! Mr. Albert, can you hear my voice clearly? Why, you mock at me! The victim received a fatal blow to the throat, which means he couldn't possibly have screamed. So why did you hear a non-existent scream? There should have been a scream! There should have been one. Dang it, I ought to rip that smug look off your face. Yeah, you're right. I never heard a scream. The one who heard it was the guy in the next cell. The next cell? The next cell? Can you describe that scream for me? So it wasn't the victim. But rather, it was the first person to discover the body who screamed. I see, so that solves that mystery. So there was nothing wrong with Mr. Albert's testimony. Is that really true? Or is there still a problem with Albert's testimony? Let's see. I'm gonna go over again. I don't think there's a problem. Apparently there... Oops. What the hell? Okay, that's weird. Nonetheless, there is a problem. No. In this case, a new problem has presented itself. Mr. Albert, why did you not hear the scream? It's odd that he didn't hear the scream, sir. Hey you, why didn't you hear the scream, pal? Ah! Guys, you suspect me? I was shut up in this stupid cell the entire time. How could I have killed someone in the workroom? That would be impossible, wouldn't it? Oh boy. Aye! Guys, you don't think you're going to get out of this prison alive? I nearly forgot. Despite being locked inside cages, these guys are still extremely dangerous criminals. Seems we got ourselves in a pretty bad situation here. What can I do? I can't talk to them in these circumstances. Sis? Who was that? Please, be silent. What? Who are you? Can't you see we're busy here? Silence is golden. What the? Now, your hands. You shall remain silent while under the judgment of the law. You should be thankful. You get to live your life without need of money. You are to receive the blessings of the goddess of law. Guard, if you would, please. Oh, good. That's... No, not there! Anyone but there! Accept this wonderful blessing. Let your heart be reborn. Cast away your sins. O goddess of law, give this man your blessings. I thank thee. You are. My name is Justine Courtney. I am privileged to be a judge, an emissary of strength of the law. A judge, you say? Why are you here? Prosecutor Edgeworth, I came to meet with you personally. I convey the will of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee. That is my appointed task. Prosecutorial Investigative Committee? What's that? Do not use that name so lightly. They are those sacred words of the goddess of the law. Since little Kay doesn't know, Uncle Ray will explain it to her. The PIC is an assembly comprised of 11 members. Their job is to check if prosecutors are doing their jobs properly. If I'm not mistaken, its members are elected from politicians and those of the legal profession. So I take it you are one of those members. Indeed, I am thankful they judged me worthy of such a task. I too am thankful I was able to meet you here. How about a hug from all thankfulness? Overruled! The Prosecutorial Investigative Committee also shares deep ties with the Bar Association. Hey, I was just kidding. No need to make such a scary face. So your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Well said. May you be blessed by the goddess of law. Our job is to remove problematic prosecutors from the cases. And so, those people not fit to be prosecutors will be stripped of their prosecutor's badge. What business does this whatchamacallit committee have with Mr. Edgeworth, pal? We're in the middle of an investigation here. Ugh. Oh god, this guy. Wow, you're thick! Seriously, how thick-headed can you be? And just who do you think you are, pal? Me, I'm a prosecutor. Sebastian de Best is my name. Haven't you heard of me? At the prosecutor's office, everyone calls me the best. I'm so beloved there. I've never heard of you. Hey you, Mr. Flatfoot, you heard of me, right? This is the first time, pal. Oh well, it can't be helped. There's no way that someone who's thick on the intake could have good ears. Don't you mean slow on the uptake? I suppose it's so natural that Sebastian only became a prosecutor last month. He's just a rookie prosecutor? Right, the best rookie prosecutor in the office. Or so he plans to be. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm here to clean up the mess you made. What do you mean? The PIC intends to have me replaced. That much is clear. Mr. the Best, I know what you're trying to say. However, I've not been informed of this. Your Honor, I would like an explanation. Very well. This judgment has been passed down under the name of the goddess of the law. The incident at the President's welcoming event, and the murder of Horace Knightley. The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee has decreed that you will be taken off this case, and Sebastian has been appointed to take over the case. That is all. What? You can't just take him off the case like that, pal! Your Honor, I thought I asked for an explanation. Just, the judgment is guilty. The goddess of law's verdict is absolute. Objection! I've done nothing to warrant being taken off this case. You don't remember? Very well, in that case, I shall remind you of your past crimes. You boarded the President's plane, which was protected by extraterritorial rights. And then, of all things, you ordered a search of the President's personnel. A single mistake could have sparked an international incident. You crossed the line as a prosecutor. You've gravely overstepped your authority. Objection! I'll admit, my actions may have gone against the rules. However, if I had not taken that risk, I'm certain the truth would have never been found. I've never considered my actions as a mistake. Overruled. So you're saying that as long as the ends justify the means, it's alright to ignore the rules. That is an extremely dangerous way of thinking. Remember that phrase for later. The ends justify the means. It's way later, but later nonetheless. This is above the... No one is above the rules. That is the spirit of law. I'm sorry, but I cannot accept your way of thinking. I see. That is a shame. Even so, the gavel must slam down at the conclusion of a trial. Even if you, or the defense attorney, or the suspect do not consent to the verdict, all you can do is accept the blessings of the goddess of law. Or will you fight it and risk losing your badge? She means to take my badge if I don't obey. That's too bad. It seems that you understand. Now then, guards, please proceed. Hold it right there! Hey, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be on our side? You should listen to the new prosecutor in charge. I don't want to work for you, pal! But isn't that the job of the Flatfoot? We're at an overwhelming disadvantage here. It's useless to resist any longer. Detective Gumshoe, you are now under Mr. DeBest's authority. But that's... Your Honor. Yes, what is it? This does not mean I have accepted your decision. We will meet again. Certainly. I look forward to that day. Let's go, Kay. Yeah. Wait, don't forget. I'll be reporting today's events to that person. Ooh, I lost track of time there. I'm sorry if Kay's and Judge Courtney's voices kind of blended. I am still a little stuffed up, so I was trying to do a higher pitched British, but obviously it didn't come across that well, at least not from what I heard, so just know that the effort is there. Anyway, we're going to end it off here for today. In the next episode of Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations 2, The Imprisoned Turnabout, we're going to find out what we can do now that we've been taken off the case. We'll see you guys later.